Hello friends! Happy Saturday! How's it going? Good morning. I got off to a little bit of a slow start today, so I feel a little slow, a little groggy, so we're just gonna kind of vibe with Nance today. Not that we don't anyway, but yeah, I think some, some mystery will spice it up a little bit, help me maybe get going. Last week we started, obviously, as you can see, the Silent Spy. I'm pretty sure Twitch wouldn't let me update the information. I tried a couple times from last stream. So I think it still said I was playing Ghost of Thornton Hall with, all the old stuff. That was for that one, but it wasn't. We were definitely playing Silent Spy, so go check it on out if you haven't already. Hi Luna. Luna's here. We're ready. So let's load up our game. I don't remember what we were doing. We have to do something with this Jabberwocky poem. Figure out how to use Mom's note in the Queen Mary book. We have a Queen Mary book? All right. Bridget's texts. Bridget. Who's Bridget? Is Bridget the girl that's outside that's obsessed with us? Track down the passwords for the locked entries in the archives. Oh, on the computer in the safe house, I think. This is all very Spy Kids. Explore Cathedral's field agent command center. Is that where Ewan is? Open the locked box in Mora's safe. Yeah, I know we still have to do that. For some reason I remember we didn't do that for a long time. Alec is gone. He didn't leave us anything. Is he mad at us? Are we mad at him? What do we need? I don't want to waste train tickets. How many? We have 6. What do we have? We have clips, which we haven't used yet. I think in this game, when you use stuff, they disappear. Oh, Queen Mary book. Oh, okay. Fireplace is plastic. So, what does it say about this? Figure out how to use Mom's note. Is this Mom's note? Fireplace plastic? Fireplace was at the safe house? I don't remember where the safe house is. Mom's case notes. We haven't done anything with this yet, but this is obviously a code or a clue to something. We read all this, so I'm not going to read that again. Bagpipe Codex. We fixed the bagpipe, but we haven't played anything on it, that would matter. We have 89 monies. We have all the souvenirs. Scotland Guide. Tartan's book? Oh. I'm assuming we're gonna need this. We had to do this one. That one is so complicated. Letters. Cathedral keycard. Okay, yeah, so that's the thing in the elevator with Ewan. And then we have the poem, which, I mean, some of the words are different colors, so I'm assuming that, means something or is significant. But I don't know that we can do that yet. Should we call someone? Maybe we should call someone. Any new messages? Mora. Oh, we read this. Okay. Wait, no, I didn't want to put it back. Let's call Ned. See what he's up to.
Is everything okay over there?
No. I mean, maybe.
Did you find anything about Revenant?
Oh boy, where to start?
Start at the point that makes the most sense.
Right,
Ned?
Ned?
Look, I have to admit I'm out of my depth here.
Welcome to the club.
That's the thing. I don't know if I'd call Revenant a terrorist organization. They're like a club or a secret society. Am I evaluating all things equally?
Rumors and reports, all that good stuff?
Yeah. I threw out all things that contained false flag, chemtrail, vaccines, and Anunnaki.
Good methodology.
Okay, Ned.
What I end up with is neutral.
Neutral?
Yeah, some say they're behind all sorts of terrible things.
And others?
Other people say they're almost like a humanitarian group. Well, a highly creepy and somewhat illegal humanitarian group.
That makes almost no sense.
Right? I'm
You know
with
what
Nance.
words crop up more than anything else in all the chatter?
Confusing?
Parent, guardian, that sort of thing. That may be how they see themselves, at least that's
I
how
feel
they're
like
acting.
this game is super complex compared to maybe some of the other Nancy's.
You mentioned the word parent came up a lot when talking about Revenant. What do you
Did
think
just
that
say
means?
that?
According to some blogger, it's because sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they seem cruel. But there's a design behind everything. And if they're a good parent, then it's almost like they're trying to shape the world into what they think it should be.
And if they're not a good parent?
Then they're trying to shape the world in their own image.
See you around.
Don't know if that necessarily helps. Can we call Dad?
I'm stuck here.
What do you mean?
My passport has been revoked.
What? By
Wait,
whom?
where is he?
I don't know. I'm working on it, but I'm not surprised. The world
trying to
your
come
mom
here?
moved in.
Yeah, when were you going to tell me about that?
I can't fix this for you.
I'm not asking you to fix things for me.
What is
I'm not
going
helping you.
on?
Dad,
You were too rude to
you were
Ned.
too rude to Ned.
I was angry.
I know, but
I'll talk to him. That's the first time he stood up to me like that.
well, it's the first time he needed to.
Okay, you win. Look, I'm not going to be the most helpful person in all of this, but I'll stop being an obstacle.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. You and I have some talking to do when you get home.
Okay. Oh, we have a lot to say. I need to know everything. Ooh.
What information could Mom have that's so important?
I know I shouldn't be telling you this.
But
But you
you're
need
going
to, or else we're gonna
Your
die.
mother somehow threw a wrench into the entire operation. Her plan before she left, at least from what I could figure out, was to find some scientist, presumably the one who helped with the attack, and put him in protective custody. It sounds like he was just some guy who got in over his head. He'd be happy to hide from everything. I assume she was able to do that, but that's all I've been able to figure out.
Okay.
What did Mom really do?
She was a journalist.
What kind?
You know how you write me and Hannah those letters?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty much what she did. She'd head out, tackle some strange mystery that had gotten her attention, and then she'd come back with the answers.
Okay.
I don't understand anything about this attack.
I bet. I know it had your mother obsessed for a very long time. She couldn't figure it out either. She was sure it was part of some long-term plan.
Plan for what?
That's where she stopped. She never had enough information to put things together.
Okay.
Why don't we ever talk about Mom?
I didn't want to upset you.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's why I never talked to you about her.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know where to start.
me either.
You know, when it's time, it's time. We'll talk then.
But I feel like time was... It already happened.
You were right about Moira.
How so?
She lied to Mom. She promised her she'd be protected here.
What?
She promised Mom that she'd have a guard at all times during her last trip here.
I thought your mom was lying about that.
She wasn't. Moira was.
Oh. And so Moira just told you this?
I think she's been trying to tell someone for a while.
Maybe
She thought
feels
she was doing the
bad.
right thing for Glasgow.
That wasn't her decision to make.
I know. You might want to talk to her about it someday.
No.
I really think you should.
Make it home safely and we'll talk about it. Until then, just because she gave you some sob story, don't trust her for a second.
Okay. Alright, fair enough.
Do you know anything about the colony operation?
Just what's in the news.
Do you think there's any truth to the idea that someone is trying to start it up again?
I'm almost certain of it.
Why?
When people come looking for
There's so
changed
much,
things,
like,
they always want
government
to
stuff
focus on what
involved
she
in
was
this.
working on last.
It's so
There was
confusing.
this very persistent woman
me
who wanted
anyway.
everything Kate worked on, all of her notes.
Recently?
Yes, I should have just handed them over. Maybe you wouldn't be drawn into all this.
Great.
I need to know everything.
Fine. But hey, do you remember the name of your kindergarten teacher's dog?
Sure, Zaba.
That's so
Good.
random.
You still have that impeccable memory. Remember this and tack it onto the back of every single thing I say. Please come home.
What?
I'll let you go.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. What? So that gave us nothing. Maybe we should go back to the hotel. She's still gone too. Should we make more cookies? How much do we have? 89. I think we've already seen this. Oh yeah, we need to somehow get this off. I'm guessing we need like a screwdriver. So we probably can't do that yet. I bought everything, right? I think. Let's make a cookie. Real quick. Pink sprinkle.
It's a masterpiece.
Sure is, Nance. Ooh, one more. Okay, so white frosting, blue sprinkles, top cookie orange, cut pink sprinkles.
Got it.
Got it. All right, good enough. I just wanted to have over 100. I wonder if that's important. Okay. Should we go back in here? Put your card away, Nance.
Hey,
Is Moira really former cathedral?
that's true.
And she's retired?
Retired, fired. Guess one's easier to say than the other.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. So...
It's locked.
this is offline.
It's locked.
Can we get it online? Enter password. So is there nothing else we can do in here right now? And there's these things back here, which we can't do anything with yet.
Weird. It's like a gate of some kind.
Oh? Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's good to know. That's good to know. Wait, how do you know which one's which, though? We're probably gonna need to know which one's which. So, before is left front. B3 is left back. B2, okay, so it goes in a circle. Good to know. Good to know. Does that mean we can cross this off now?
Still have to do that.
Alright. So it doesn't look like there's anything else we can do in there right now. That's the elevator. We can only go to our room. Is there ever anything different about this? I like this music. We already got something from there. We already opened the safe. Just trying to like retrace my steps to see what we could do. I don't know what this is for. Okay. The Jabberwocky code. I don't think this has to do with that. Bagpipe. Scotland Guide. Letters. This is definitely going to be important. We already did that. Okay. So maybe we do have to go somewhere. What's that, Loch Lomond? I forget. Oh, the safe house. Okay, so here's the gym. Which I'm assuming we're gonna have to play something on the bagpipes at some point, but I don't know what yet. Can you? It's so creepy. So we bowed and arrowed, and that's how we got our own, I think. Do we need to do it again? We have the high score. Yeah, it gave us our own. Oh, a money. Okay. Oh goodness. All right. I mean, okay. I guess since. Okay, look at me go. Look at me go. I mean, still not bad. I'm not hating on it. I feel like this is the best I've ever done. Ooh, okay. Still pretty good. Ooh, this one's going fast. Look at me. Look at that. Cool. I wonder if we get an achievement for doing that. Is there anything else here? I don't think so. No. So let's go to here.
I need to figure out how to press these stones in the right order.
Okay, so now we're able to touch them. And that was in here. So let me take a quick picture of this. Okay. And does this have to do with this? No. Wait. So does it say in here? Maybe it's like one of their names. It's gotta be some type of password.
Haven't done that.
Absolutely nothing. Maybe we need to ask Moira and then come back, annoyingly. Cathedral. We did look at all this, I'm pretty sure. This is where we need a password, and then we can't touch those. Okay. That was just the TV thing. It looks like this opens. Anything else in here, though, that we desperately need? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so Bear's Den. Is she at Bear's Den? Or is she... Yeah. Okay.
Nancy.
Hey.
Do you know anything about my cathedral contact, Ewan?
Not a thing. I lost the keys to Cathedral long ago. In my experience, Cathedral means well, but don't trust recklessly.
I trust her. I don't think she's...
Did my mom live out here after I was
I think
born?
she's telling the truth.
Not quite.
I'm hungry already.
She'd come out here for months at a
I always
time
feel
with you and your
bad
father.
when I,
Back
like,
then, we were still writing
be on
together.
stream.
You weren't in school yet, so you were good to go anywhere. And Carson used to like
I
it
know
here.
some people don't
Those
like
were good
that.
times.
But I always stream, like, during lunchtime for me. Kind of.
Everyone keeps telling me to leave.
Which is
I can't do
annoyingly-
that.
You still
I need
don't
to
get
eat.
it. This isn't dangerous to just you.
That's just how it
You
goes.
just made your entire life a target. Your father, your
But
friends,
if anyone
anyone
doesn't
who
like
knows
it,
you.
can always
Does
let
that
me know.
include you?
Well, don't factor me in.
Probably
I
not.
bought my ticket years back.
Okay.
See you around.
All right then.
Bye. Okay, so she didn't really tell us much. This is on the wrong side, but and we're just like casually looking at her stuff while she's here. We still can't even touch this, so we can't open that yet. I don't know why we can look here. So there's... I like this music. We did this. I love putting the records on. Oh, we already listened to that one. Such a cute song. Yep. Okay, well that was fun. Nothing else to do here. We're running low on train tickets. We don't have a letter to put in, right? Still can't go in. Ooh, money. Oh my god. This is cute. Is that like happy birthday? Or just celebrating? Okay. Hang on, I gotta move something around so that I can enjoy my snack a little bit better. So now we can undo that thing on the bench. So not a complete waste. We did some stuff.
I need to slide a track of canisters out.
What do you mean, Nance? Oh. I see. Wait. So you can't move it, it's like locked in, I guess. Oh. Okay. How? So how can? Okay. How do you do this? I don't understand how you do this. Shoot. Because this one needs to be down in order to change these. Ooh, okay, but I got that one now, so that's good. Okay, wait. Nope. No, wait. Oh, I think we got it. Hell yeah.
Ha, got it.
You know.
I need to complete this myself to see what Bridget was up to.
Fill a blue bag with the final payment of 35. Okay. Place the bag inside the trash bin next to this bench. Exit the area and return later. Your equipment will be waiting for you in the trash bin. Okay.
I need to find a bag.
A blue bag. We don't have a blue bag. Oh.
This should work for the dead drop.
Oh, goodness. But if she's back, we can't put the bag there.
Want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
Great. Give me your phone. Come on. Give phone. Give me the phone. Come on, you know you're curious as to why I want it.
I am, but
Curiosity killed the cat.
that's not exactly helping your case.
Oh, gimme, please. I won't do anything crazy.
All right.
Yay! My boyfriend just tried to break up with me with a voicemail, if you can believe that. So, dropped my phone into a sewer. This isn't my phone. Don't write back. Loophole! I was going to dump him soon anyway, but in person, like you do.
True.
Thanks for your...
Whoa. I need that back.
Are you in trouble?
I don't know.
Can I listen to the rest?
It might be safer for you if you didn't.
You are a spy! I mean, shh, no you're not. But you are! Hooray!
What are you really up to? You've been tracking me since I arrived. I bet your name isn't even really Bridget.
No, your name isn't Bridget.
Who are you really?
You're correct.
Why were you asking me so many questions?
Ah, thank you. I am so sick of that accent. And I am so sick of you. Go home, Nancy Drew. Otherwise, you will die.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, what?
Dead drop, drop dead. I'll give it some time and see what happens next.
Okay, let's make some cookies real quick. You know, as you do.
It's a masterpiece. Not bad, if I do say so myself.
This is definitely the funnest part. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
All right.
Okay. Did we do stuff?
Did that.
We did one thing. What was in Bridget's texts? Look behind the word of burned. Oh, okay. So we're doing that currently. Alec is still gone. What if we just go back now?
Zoe Wolf. Is that Bridget's real name?
Okay.
That's done.
Fix them? Are they broken? Should we bring it to Ewan?
Can't do that.
Oh.
Hello again.
What's with the insta walls in the server room?
Those are literal firewalls. They're a last chance to save the servers if something goes awry. You know, in case of fire, make wall.
Okay. Why is there a hair on my mouth? Why is there always a hair on my mouth?
Is it strange that Bridget would get these glasses from a dead drop?
Whoa! Yes.
What are they?
Augmented reality glasses. But these, This is a custom job. I wonder if it has solitaire.
Solitaire's fun.
That's a shame. Just the basics.
Can you examine these and see what they're for?
Might take a bit. I'll let you know when they're done.
Okay.
You might want to ease up on the stealing.
I'll give them back. I'm just investigating.
You might want to ease up on the
Sure.
stealing. Nance.
Avoid investigating any big-ticket items during your visit. I really hate the embassy people.
Talk to you later.
See you around.
Bye. Okay. But can we do anything else? I'm just like waiting for our room to be trashed one day. Or like one time we walk up here. Oh, we can just always go to her room? What do we need to do here? McClure then? Did I take a picture of this? Did now. Okay. Is McLure then a type of thing? Mm-hmm. Oh. Was that supposed to be a clue? Look at her.
What's going on?
I know you stole my glasses.
Why didn't you say they were missing?
Sorry to upset you. That make it less fulfilling? You have a problem, my friend. Keep them, by the way. I remote wiped the drive. You want to play spy? Enjoy the toy. Here's the deal. You go forward like we never spoke.
What are you going to do?
Spy stuff.
Exactly why were you pretending to be someone else?
Remember how many questions you didn't answer back there?
Yeah?
Good. And by the way, keep your mouth shut about Revenant.
Okay.
Why are you standing outside of the hotel?
Just am.
There must be a reason you're hanging out here.
Are you kidding me? Leave it alone. Make it quick.
Oh my goodness, we have so much to say to her.
Let me get this straight. You're an American?
Yup.
What are you doing here?
Trying
You
to
can't
pry
just
as much
ask people what their
information out of you
business is.
before you end up dead.
Is that a threat?
No, I don't think so. Oh my goodness.
What is going on? Who are you?
Nothing and no one. Go home.
No.
I'll say it slow. If you stay, you will die.
I'm not intimidated by you.
You're a prop. Get that? Everyone you meet here is using you.
Everybody?
Wise up and ship out. Make it quick.
You really think
I just want
I'm
to ask
going
her all
to
the
be killed?
questions.
I hope you aren't.
But
You're here to figure out what happened to Kate. She was killed by the same group who will kill you if you don't leave. Now you know? Now you go.
and you're not afraid of these people?
Far from it. They're the only people I'm afraid of.
Interesting.
You're out here because of the command center, aren't you?
Ah, please stop. What?
Okay, Zoe, you wore a disguise. You were trying to get me to talk to you. What's your angle?
Nancy, you are so loud. I'll tell you what I can, but here are the conditions. You trust only me from now on.
Right. Like that's going to happen.
Fine, then trust no one. No one. Not even your father.
My father? He would never lie to me.
You need to understand.
You might not know
Revenant
the
goes
whole
after
truth,
weaknesses. We all have them. And your
Oh.
father's weakness is obvious. It's you. He'll lie to you if someone can convince him it'll keep you safe.
Okay, but...
What's up, Luna?
But nothing. Someone's been talking to him. If you don't believe me, ask him about it. And listen to how he sounds. And don't you think it's funny that he's having all these passport problems out of the blue? That's
Oh.
Revenant's handiwork.
Either you let me help, or I'll go public with what I know.
You're killing me here. How many nooses do you need around your neck? You can't help me. But I'll let you see this through.
You'll let me?
But if you stay, you're not my friend. You're not my helper. You're a tool in every sense of the word. And you'll do exactly what I say.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Welcome to the company grill. Go ahead with your order.
I need a bag and drag for Miss Drew.
Would you like to add an enhanced interrogation for just 99 cents?
You know I shouldn't. Trying to be good.
Who are you talking to?
That's the guy I call when I need someone kidnapped. You've got about a minute. 2 if you run. But don't. It's sad to watch.
Call it off. I'll do what you say.
I'm gonna need you to cancel that last order. Here's the deal. You go forward like we never spoke.
What are you going to do?
Spy stuff.
Is that all she says?
What exactly is a bag and drag?
The name is the explanation. It looks pretty terrifying. But it is the fastest way to get on an international flight.
Okay.
Whatever it is you're up to, I can help you out.
You can't. For so many reasons. You lack the training.
I have relevant experience.
This isn't a job interview.
Relevant
Why not?
experience,
You're honestly
man.
telling me you don't need any help?
I work in the field for 2 reasons. 1, I don't need any help. And 2, because no one would miss me if I fell off the grid. That's not you.
Wow.
What is going on? Who are you really? And who are you spying on?
Keep it down.
No, I will not. There's no end to the secrets I can say really loudly, so anyone, even that guy walking by, could hear.
I can't
Even
believe
that
she had
guy.
the nerve to say that to your face. Shut up. Please.
Not unless you tell me what's happening.
No. If you pull that again, you and me are done.
Is that all
Hi.
we had to say to her? No.
What was so important about the information my mother hid?
Want a crash course in international intelligence? 'Cause here it is. Every day that passes without a large-scale atrocity is both an accident and a miracle. I don't have time to explain it. Why don't you talk to Ewan?
How do you know I'm talking to him? And wait, why?
First, please. Second, don't talk. Get him to talk. Cool. All right, I'm out. Don't call.
I don't have your number.
Okay. Interesting.
Still haven't done that.
Alright, so... Go talk to you, and I guess is our next...
I've got those glasses for you. Here, the drive was wiped. Not that that slowed me down. Nothing worth your while on there anyway. The basic OS is there. So you're now the proud owner of neat spy glasses.
What exactly do they do?
Right. I don't know.
Okay.
Definitely not something the average person would have.
Aye, I'm picking up on that.
I think she actually might be an American spy.
Listen, we're friends with the Americans, but I don't trust her. I'm going up a security level. That means extra security on the lift. Passcode, voice print, and skeletal recognition.
What?
You will not be able to get down there with anyone else.
Okay.
See you around.
Bye.
Haven't done that.
Should we call our friends again? I mean, by our friends, I mean Ned and Dad. Since we don't have anyone else. Bridget.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Bridget's not a real person.
I mean,
what?
she is.
She's a
just-
spy.
What is the
Spies are
spy
real
to
people,
normal
Nance.
ratio in Scotland?
In general or in my experience? Actually, to answer both, I would guess maybe 1 in 2.
I have no idea how to help, but I'll do what I can.
Me too. Working on it. Bridget, or should I say Zoe, is an American who is here to stop the colony operation.
So you have an ally. Great.
I wouldn't go
She
that
doesn't
far.
really like us, though.
So you have an enemy. Unfortunate.
I also wouldn't go that far.
So you have a casual acquaintance.
You want to hang out?
Interesting.
You're getting closer.
You want to hang out?
I'd see what you can find out from her. You should be suspicious of everyone you meet.
Done and
Yeah,
done.
Are you sleepy?
See you around.
Thanks. Bye.
You can come in my lap. As long as you don't go up on the desk. Is that okay? Do or do not? Do or do not? Okay.
Is everything okay?
Good. Isn't it?
My cathedral contact isn't exactly helpful.
Well, he's not there to look after you.
I believe that.
Still, use the resources he has. You never know what will help.
Do you think I should work with Zoe?
I've asked around. I can't get official confirmation, but my sources here seem to think this Zoe girl might be the real deal. That doesn't mean you should do everything she says.
Excuse me. There you go. All right.
See you around.
Goodbye.
So now what? No, don't bite that. That's not for biting. How can we open the fireplace? Do we have... I just don't know if we have everything we need currently for... Should we see what the glasses do? I mean, it doesn't really look like they do anything. Should we talk to her wearing her glasses?
Make it quick.
Who do you work for?
It's a name only a dozen people know. Even if I told you, it wouldn't matter.
An American agency?
In a sense.
Alright.
I'll let you go.
Bye!
Nothing else here. What is this supposed to be showing us? Where's Alec? Does he ever come back? Can't go in there anymore. I feel like we should be able to open the fireplace. But I don't know. Oh. In contact with locals. Oh, we already took a picture of this. Okay, so. I wonder. Oh, I took a picture with my actual phone. So where it was in here. I'm gonna take another one with this phone. Okay, just so we have it. There's gotta be like a word we're supposed to use. Is there anything in our journal? Kestrel. Oh, that's the glasses. I thought that was a money. I don't know. There's no K. What was her mom's name? I don't remember. Say in here. Probably not. I don't want to waste another trip. Didn't it start with like an H or something? Harriet the Spy? Wait, did it say something with colorful language? We only have 2 train passes left. I think we're gonna have to leave and come back. Unfortunately. Back to the hotel. And back.
Ewan changed the security.
Oh.
He must have left a clue for me to get back down. I bet I have something that might help.
So... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we dying? Was that wrong? That was wrong? Wait, is it the other way around?
Ewan changed the security. He must have left a clue
Is
for
it
me to
big
get
to
back
small?
down. I bet I have something that might help.
There we go. Okay. I just had it backwards.
Zoe, get out of here.
Excuse me? Did Ewan just walk in?
So you're breaking things now. So your friend found her way in and broke my case. Not pleased right now. Not in the least.
What exactly did
She's
she
good.
take?
Drone bugs. Expensive, one of a kind, really kind of awesome drone bugs.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
It's locked.
How is it locked, Nancy?
If I group the colors, I think I can completely clear the board.
If I group the colors? Oh! Like that. Okay, got it. Oops. I love this kind of puzzle, though. We need to get the blue out. Ooh, nope. Okay. I feel like we get rid of the blue first. I feel like that's like, it makes sense. I can't do that. Can I? Okay, so I can't undo, but I can reset. Maybe it... I do love these kind of puzzles, but what the heck? Should I do these pink first? How can I get the greens together? That's the thing. Once this drops, wait, nailed it. Okay, save real quick. Sweet. Aww. I can't really see what that says. Are these like actual coins? This is cool. Shilling. These are cool. Money. Oh. Oh, we just took that. Okay. Oh, we're just taking stuff. As you do. I have a sense you're doing something right now. Zoe, well, you do right. Technically. He just lets us take this stuff? Wait, how do I go back on the computer thing? Oh, it's over here. So, Harrier. Do I have those, oops. There's no H. Hey, HS. How's it going? Happy Saturday. This game is so underrated. You love it. So far, I'm not a huge fan of it. I've played it once before. And it's just very involved. Which, I mean, maybe that's, you know, it's not a bad thing. Challenge code. CMYK0110. Interesting. Wait. Where did we see, oh, here. By involved, you mean puzzle heavy? I just mean like it's very complicated. Like there's a lot of backstory, which I like, but I feel like it's a lot of information and it's very confusing to me. So, wait, are these? Is that what's in here? I can't tell. I don't think so. I don't think so. I guess you just love that kind of stuff? Yeah, I mean, it might just not be my cup of tea, and that's perfectly okay. I do really, I like the, I don't know, I like the story of it. I think it's really interesting. It's a good concept. There's nothing we can really do back there right now. Spy thrillers, one of your favorite television genres? Oh, okay. I don't watch much TV anymore. I mostly just watch streamers. Cipher Wheel. We haven't seen anywhere to put that yet. I wonder if it has to do with the poem.
Can't. Did that.
Okay, we did some stuff. Find a way to listen in on what Zoe's up to. Oh, we should put this in her thing. Oh.
It's time for a new test. Ewan has proven himself to be untrustworthy.
What?
Find a way to tap his computer. Deal with what you learn as you see fit, and you will be rewarded.
What? What was that? Oh. Okay, so we need to... It looks like there's like a door in there. We need to go across the way. And it's over here.
Done.
Done.
I'll give it some time, then check in with the program at the cabin.
Okay. Program at the cabin. To wiretap, so maybe that's the clips. So should we go back to the thing? So much for extra security. No, he's here.
Watch Zoe. Keep an eye out for anything.
Okay.
See you around.
Goodbye.
You love all the classics. Avengers, Man from U.N.C.L.E., Get Smart, plus never shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., The New Hardy Boys. Those are all TV shows? I remember Get Smart, the movie. That was really good. If that's what you mean. I'm not super big into like action-y stuff though. So I haven't seen a lot of like action type movies. The original Get Smart is from the 1960s. Okay. Gotcha. Burn notice. I know I've heard of that.
Can't check. Haven't done that.
I can't do anything. Okay. Well,
Can't check that
we
off
sort
yet.
of did that. Place a wiretap on Evan's computer, but he needs to leave. Evan, can you kindly go away? We don't need anything else here, I guess. Okay. So, never mind. Do we need to talk to you?
Hi.
I can't believe you broke into that case. What is your problem? I've
She's a
got
spy,
you under
Nancy.
control.
She's an actual
It was glass.
spy.
I had a glass breaker. I wanted what was inside. You've got to get one of those.
I have the situation
A
covered.
glass breaker?
I know. That's why I cheated.
Uh-huh.
See you around.
Goodbye.
So, okay. Great. I just feel like I get stuck in this one a lot. Let's go to the train station. Is Alec back yet? No. Do we need any more stuff? I don't think so. This game has Alec and he is a cutie. He's definitely one of the more better looking guest characters, I would have to say. But he's currently not here. What is
I should
this?
investigate that chair when I can.
Oh.
If I can get all of the colors into the correct circle, I should be able to get this off.
All. Ooh. Okay, so this has to be red. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. This is a cool kind of puzzle. I like this. Okay, so how am I gonna... There we go. Oh. This is a classic puzzle. You love it? I'm loving it already. Okay, so this is gonna be the tricky part. So we need to move that out. And that out. We need to move that in. Okay. Okay. Wait. Got it.
Whoa, who is this note about?
We have eyes and ears on you in the station. Stand by for our call. Her life depends on it. What?
Can't still have to do that.
Wait, find a way to listen in on Alec's phone call? He's not even here. To listen in. What? How many tickets? We have 2 tickets left. Alec's phone call. Is he magically back? No. What? I wonder if I should use a hint for anything. There's Dennis Moira, which has the lockbox, which we don't know how to do yet. Loch Lomond is the safe house. We don't know how to do the fireplace yet. And then Grip Nook is the place that we can't go because there's a party. Great. So stuck. Must be time for cookies. I know, right? But I just I don't want to go to the safe house until we know how to do the fireplace. I don't know what to do with the poem quite yet. I don't know how to get Ewan to leave. He's still there, so that's pointless. Can we do anything with with this yet? No. You think you have to make him leave? He's not gonna go on his own. Okay. Can we like make the fire alarm go off or something? How can we get him to leave? Do we call him? And we can't call him. Ned.
Nancy, what's up?
Help us out. Just
Talk
kidding.
to you later.
Bye.
All right. How can we make Ewan leave? Oh, we don't even have our key card anymore. Do we like blow something up?
Ah, Nancy, what's up?
I'll let you go.
All right, so we
Goodbye.
can't say anything to him to get him to leave. We can only pick these up. We can't actually do anything. We can't touch anything else. That's already unlocked now. This is just the computer. The only other thing is these firewalls. Warning.
Whoa, I better watch the temperatures.
Stop messing with that!
Sorry, I'm guessing that alarm means something a little bad is happening?
Servers are getting a bit hot. That alarm triggers when I need to cool them down. If they overheat, everything gets fried.
So
Yeah,
you have to
I
go
know.
back there and reset it every time the alarm goes off?
Aye.
See you around.
Bye.
So, where was that again?
Better not let Ewan catch me.
Stop messing with
Okay,
that!
so, oh, we gotta block him in. I'm
Better not
guessing.
let Ewan catch me. I can't do that.
Oh, can I?
Stop messing with that!
What? Do his face.
Better not let Ewan catch me.
So we can't just block him in?
I can't do
Stop
that.
messing with that!
I know, his face.
Better not let Ewan catch me.
How do we... There's nowhere for us to go? Okay, I was gonna say.
I need to use these clips to tap into the system. I wonder how I do that.
Good question. I can't click on anything. Oh, wait. Wait. What?
I need to place the red end of a clip on a green symbol, so the same symbol appears at both ends of the clip.
Okay. Okay. Great. Plus sign. Plus sign. Plus sign. Oh, but that needs to... Okay. Wait, can that do that? Can I do that? Okay. Diamond. This is kind of a cool puzzle too, actually. How long does it take him to reset that? I know. Hopefully a long time. Plus, okay. Plus again. Wait. Shoot. Diamond. So does this need to go this way? And then circle. What am I missing? Oh.
That should do it.
That should
now
do
to
it.
find the remote readout program.
GG. Okay. The what?
I can't do that.
Remote. Oh, like from our safe house? Was that it?
Can't. That's haven't. Can't. That can't. Haven't. Still have to do
done
that.
yet. Okay. Passwords. Alec. Bye, Ewan. Oh. Hello?
You're a pleasant surprise.
The men who are
One
following
is
me
stolen
don't
bag.
know
Is he using
who
their
they are.
rest? Is there one down there?
Mark lied. There was never any backup. I'm alone out here. I'm being followed by 2 black cars.
What's up, Luna? I don't think I need to be in here, to be honest. What's up? What are you doing?
Hi.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Luna. I help you? Alec, are you back yet? Jeez. Still don't know what we have to play on here. And it's not in our checklist, so... Cipher wheel. I'm guessing we go back to the safe house? But... we still don't know what we have to put on the fireplace. Put on it. I mean, like, you know what I mean. What order to do the things in. What is this?
Zoe here. From where I come, there I go.
That's a passphrase, all right, but what is it for?
Jew girl blew my cover, but I'll remain here at primary site until I no longer can. That little brat stole my glasses! Spent a great deal of time on UN Watch. I'm going to work on an approach. At this point, he can't be oblivious to my presence. The Drew girl is as unaffiliated as she presented herself. My attempts to pry more information out of her have been more or less useless.
Okay. So we still can't click on that.
Zoe here. From where I come, there
okay, so that's just hers.
Something's attached.
Oh!
I wonder if I can enhance what's here.
What? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so... Interesting. That's not right. That is, though. Oh, oops. Find out. I think it does.
These letters must be one of her codes.
Oh, okay. Hang on. It's dark. Good girl, Luna. Alright, so GC EE BADF AC, hopefully bad face G. I don't know. Enhance. Oh, that's what that was. Okay. Password. Bead. Face. 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 Bad. Cage. I don't know. I'm really bad at those kinds of things. What about D, so it's not for this. I don't think it spells any of the places we've seen. Is it any of these things? Doesn't really look like it. Jabberwocky? No. What the heck?
Hi.
Hi. Oh,
Talk to you
really?
later.
You're no help at all? Okay.
Can't check that off yet.
Maybe we should talk to Moira. I'm gonna have to buy more train tickets. Let's buy 10. Okay.
All right there.
There's an American agent here.
Good.
I don't know if I should trust her.
Me either, Pet. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll let you
You're
go.
useless.
Bye.
Do we have to do everything ourselves? I guess. What the heck? These have those letters, but I still can't touch it. Interesting. Do I need this? I can't do anything with it. Well, that's annoying. Okay. Great. There's something else there. Wait. It's a scarab. Moonchunk? We're supposed to put something here? You don't have anything to put. We need a bug. From Ewan, maybe? Do we need to go back to Ewan? Do we need to talk
Make
to
it
you
quick.
about it? No.
Talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wait, we need to make another cookie. I really want a cookie now.
All right.
All right. Okay. Make it quick. We did, girl. We did.
Someone put a tap on my computer. Was it you?
No.
Alright. If it was, I'll know eventually.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
How would you know? Do you have any security cameras? We literally can't do anything. Are we eventually gonna know all these passwords? Okay. I don't... I'm guessing we can do something currently. I just don't know what. So how do we get a bug? Are we supposed to take it from... Where did you get the thing you bugged Zoe with? Where did we get that? I don't know. From the people? The scary people who tell us things? Or no, we got it from... Didn't we get it from the glass case? Are we supposed to take it back and put it on... in Alex's bag? Excuse me, Nance. Oh, we can't take it back.
This looks like it might be important.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Glad we needed to do that. Wait, is there like a bunch of these hidden somewhere around here?
Can't leave that way.
Okay. 2 out of 7? Are they all in here? Are they all in here? Or are they randomly random? Are they all in here? Four, they must be. Oh, wait. I saw a hand. I didn't even see that. I just saw the hand. Okay, 2 more. Were those even there before? Oh, I saw the hand. 1 more. Right. It's gonna be like so strategically placed that I'm never gonna find it. Where's the hand? I'm afraid to get caught. Would we get caught? Would she even care anymore? No, I don't want to leave just yet, Nance. Hey, V! Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Welcome into some spy. I found it! Okay, wait. Did you get a haircut? I did get a haircut! My hair was just getting way too long for existence. So it was much needed. Very cute summary, thank you!
Can't check that. Still have to do that.
I was feeling a little lazy / tired this morning, so I kind of just, you get what you get kind of day. You know? I didn't spend too much effort today. Partially because I woke up with a headache, so I was like, not really feeling it. But I still wanted to stream, so. What are these for? Can we check anything off?
Haven't done that.
Of course not. What can we even do? Figure out the secret. Cutouts. What are these cutouts for? We have these fancy glasses. And what do they even do for us? Not much.
Make it quick.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
This game gets lower in your ranking list every time you play it, sadly. I know. This is only the second time I've played it. And it's just... the only... I don't want to say the only fun thing I've done so far is make cookies, but I feel like that's the case. I mean, there's a couple little puzzles that I really liked, not gonna lie. It's so vague in direction, yes. That is a perfect description for it. It's vague in direction and unfairly difficult in puzzles. Yeah, some of the puzzles, like I said, some of the puzzles I've really liked so far, like a couple of the color ones that I just did. But I'm like, I feel like every 2 seconds I'm just stuck and don't know what to do. Which is not a good way to play a Nance game, in my opinion. You know? Because when you just get stuck all the time, it takes away from the fun. And I have all these things on my checklist. Should I just use the hints? C is a much better game for puzzles, but you don't think C is easy either. Yeah. Oh, so I actually had your C stream up on my phone the other day, but I obviously didn't want to watch it because I'm going to play that one very soon. So I was lurking, but not actually watching. You never get stuck in this game? Oh, you're so lucky. I get stuck on Nancy games all the time, so I mean, it's not very surprising for me to be stuck, but this game seems to be very polarizing. Yeah, I feel like people either really like it or they just don't. So she's not saying anything. We have these strange cutouts, this strange cipher wheel, this poem that I don't know what to do with. I still don't know how to open the fireplace. Like, I have so many things I know I need to do, but I'm just not sure how to do them. The passwords, we have a list of letters that I think open Moira's box. You get stuck more on the earlier games with the triggers? Really? That's fair, though. That's fair. Ice is another game that's very polarizing. Yeah, so I really like Ice, not gonna lie. And I know that's not a very popular opinion. But it is one of the ones that I enjoy. There are some very frustrating parts in it, though. The Mary Queen book, yeah. If I can find it. Here we go. I also didn't read absolutely everything there is to read so far, so maybe that's my problem. But I also don't like Nancy games where you have to read a ton of stuff. You really don't like Ice. You do like certain elements of Ice, but overall the game feels very disjointed. I can agree with that. I can see where you would think that. I like the concept, like the atmosphere of Ice. And I do like that you get to like do so many different things in it, but it does seem very disjointed. I love cooking in Nancy games, I really do, but Ice just takes it a little too far, in my opinion. Because I love, like, anytime you get to bake something, cook something, I'm here for it. But Ice just, they just took it to another level, and it was unnecessary. You like Minesweeper? I did like that part of it. I liked being the maid, but I didn't like that you would be penalized for if you didn't do it, kind of thing. More in your senior playthrough. Interesting. And I honestly, super unpopular opinion, I think, but I love Fox and Geese. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But, yeah, I mean, if you guys have like a general direction I should be following. Oh, there was a money. Because I'm honestly not sure what I need to do next in order to trigger something. Fox and Geese is also polarizing. Yeah. You had your sister do it this past playthrough, so that was great. Yeah, I feel like the last time I played it, I can't remember, I think either one of you or both of you were there when I streamed it, and for some reason I like lucked into doing it pretty quick. I don't know if it was Fox and Geese or Leaping Lizards, because they're both kind of the same, right? I couldn't remember which one, but I feel like I ended up getting really lucky and solving it kind of quickly. I think it was Fox and Geese. Yeah, Fox and Geese. You were impressed. I was impressed with myself. I think it was just luck. I don't think it was actual strategy. Maybe I should just use one of these hints. I hate using the game hints though, because then it feels like cheating, even though the game technically gives it to you. Good RNG helps for sure. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I want to know what to do with the Jabberwocky. Figure out the rules she used for coding the poem. Okay. Great. Thanks, I guess. Hang on. It obviously has to do with colors in some way. Cool, so this puzzle is a little I don't remember it at all. I don't remember a lot of this game though, besides like the cookies. I remembered having to do the zipliney bit. I remembered Zoe was not Bridget, but that's about it. That's really all I remember. You remember getting confused by it? Yeah. I still don't know. Where did I get the bug? I obviously need to put a bug in his in his bag. I thought I took it from Ewan. No? Maybe I should go back there. I thought I took it from here. But I have nothing else to take. Except these coins, which I can't even really take. I can't remember where the bugs are. Yeah, I thought I took it from here. I liked this puzzle too. That was fun. Yep. They just like hidden somewhere that I just need to literally like touch them kind of thing, like the screwdriver. Computer main. Can't do anything with these yet. We already did this. What was in the safe? I do not remember what was in the safe. Like in our hotel room, I honestly don't remember. I know we took something from it, and I remember going back to it thinking like maybe there was more and there wasn't. We can go to our room though. I don't even remember what the passcode is. Can I just open it? Of course not. You think it was the file folder? Oh, probably. I wonder, did Nancy write it down? Oh, she wrote it like that? Interesting. I know she wrote it down. Did I write it down? No, I didn't. Maybe we should talk to Moira? Maybe. Last time I talked to her, she didn't have anything to say. I could have sworn Nancy wrote the password down. Unless it's in my checklist. The letters you can use right now, I can? Really? The heck? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember what the password was to this. And I didn't write it down. I feel like it was like 3 something. I don't know. Because I thought the letters... Wait, did I write them down right? Hang on. G, C, E, E, B, A, D, F. Yeah, I did write them down. Not important apparently, or probably, hopefully. I wrote them down correctly, except I didn't have the A lowercase, so I'll just make a note of that, sort of. Because I thought those letters were for Moira's box, her safe, or whatever it is. But we couldn't touch the box unless we needed these, maybe? It's not for that? It could be for a password. Wait. Is it for the password for the thing? In the thing? You know? This? Like these? Or the safe house? I can't do lowercase though. Okay, so it's not that. But maybe it is for the safe house. Oh, I keep doing this wrong. Okay, so let's try that. What do you notice about the letters? Well, they do look like musical things. Oh! Wait. I like that's a belt. That's really cute. Is it this? Wait. Alright, so... I don't know what a lowercase... Oh, like here. So wait. Why does she have, like, these ones drawn in, though? How am I supposed to know which one to use? I'm assuming this one, but she wrote these in. And why is this one different than this one if it's a G clef? Anyway, I'm gonna attempt to draw this and see if I can use it. You have to go back to work, but you're in good shape for now. Thank you. Good luck with work. I hope it goes well. Thanks for popping in. Maybe I should draw it in order. So C. Maybe that will help me. E is the top space. B is the third line. A is the second space. D is the fourth line. F is the top line, but I also know it's the bottom space. So hopefully it's the top line that we're going for. Oops, I made my staff too small. Okay, so A is the top D line. And then C is the third space. So let's see if that works. Hopefully it does. Wait. Right hand, left hand, thumb. I don't know what this means though. Thumb. So hang on, okay. Maybe I should read this. There are 9 notes from G to A. Piper uses the both, but didn't go there. Right. But I don't know which finger goes with which note. So how does this help me? Am I supposed to just guess? I don't honestly know what I'm doing. Let's see what that does. Am I missing something? This noise, so pleasant. I actually love the sound of bagpipes when they're played nicely, you know? We love the blah. There's gotta be a way. Actual bagpipe playing is lovely, yes. Not what I'm doing. Am I missing something? Even the birds are like, girl, please. It's not even making any notes, though. This is unfortunate. Stop it! Stop it. There's a bagpipe book, like, other than this one. Did I just not? Oh, it is that one. I feel like it's not giving me enough information though. That's for the bow. Can we just play bow and arrow again? I'm better at that. This doesn't tell me which... Chanter. So it's there, right? Black circles. Oh, wait. Covering holes, while white circles indicate open holes. So, okay. All right, I'm gonna take a picture of this. I didn't realize that it was telling me about the holes. Here we go. Hopefully that'll help. So for G, everything is covered. So does that mean everything is like this? Yes. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. So then C, I want to do thumb is covered. Hang on, I need to blow this up for a second. Everything is covered but these two. Okay. Ow. And then for E, we have cover, 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 not. Then we do this twice. Okay. And then B, everything but the last two. A is everything is covered for the last one. Then D, like that. F, 1, 2, space, space, 1, 2, 3, space. Okay, and then little a, cover, 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 wait, open, 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 cover, cover, yeah, and then C. Nailed it. Great. Glad we figured that out. Okay. Save. Ooh, a music. How fitting. Okay, so then obviously we need to go to Moira's now. Okay. Which is at Bear's Ben. Can't believe it's already 1. Hello.
Nancy.
Oh.
See you
Never
around.
mind.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's go listen to our new music.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son. Take the first of green, second orange, third purple, fourth red, fifth blue, sixth brown, seventh aqua, eighth pink.
Mom definitely hid a code in Jabberwocky.
I got green and pink.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son. Take the first of green, second orange, third purple, fourth red, fifth blue, sixth brown, seventh aqua, eighth pink.
Thank you, Nancy, for reading that to me. So what do I do with it? First green, so Toves. Second orange, Geyer. Third purple, Ket. Like, is that... I don't... What? Excuse me.
Did that. That's done. Still have to do that.
Okay. Okay. Find out, was Zoe locked away with her special phrase? Oh, the where you go, you are here or something? What did she say? From where I come, there I go. From where I come, there I go. I don't know what that means.
Still have to do that.
Was that pretty bagpipes in the background? It reminds me of the Titanic. Did we say that last stream? We might have. Aqua. Jabberwock. That's the only Aqua one. By Lewis Carroll. There's a locked entry in the archives that will help, but you'll need to track down the What? You need to figure out the two passwords, the one that opens the red and the black. Keeping an eye out for clues. Really? This game is so unhelpful. I'm mad at it. I'm mad at you, game. Why are you being so difficult? There's really no reason to go to Grip Hook, right? And we still need to find a bug to put in his thing. What the heck?
Make it quick.
Goodbye.
Bye.
When in doubt, call your peeps. They'll probably tell you
Nancy,
nothing.
what's up?
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Hi.
Goodbye.
Great.
Bye.
Great. Okay. Are we supposed to... I don't know why we can still look at this. Hey Emma. Welcome in. I was watching your a second Danger by Design VOD this morning because I missed it yesterday. Did you end up finishing? I think you did. You must have. You were super close from where I was. But welcome in. Happy Saturday. Hoping you're having a good day so far. You did? Awesome. I'll have to finish it later. I am currently a little stuck. So many passwords. Buy everything. You really do have to buy everything in that game, though. So right for that game, yeah. You literally have to buy almost everything. Wait, should I go back to Zoe's room? I don't know if I need to. Are we done here? It doesn't look like we can really... I just want your bug back. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else, oops, that we have to do here. So, back we go. He's back.
Hey.
Why is no one talking to us? Yeah, we can't do that. We need to figure out the passwords. How do we figure out the passwords? Why can we look at these coins? I have so many questions. Is there a clue? I don't know how we're supposed to figure this out either. Because... where was it? These don't look the same. You love this spy movie music? The music is good. The music is very good. I still have to open the fireplace. Okay, so there's the black locks, the red locks, and there's the password on the safe house computer. How are we supposed to know what these are? I don't think we can use this yet. I hope. Yeah, these don't look like the same symbols, unfortunately. I don't know what to do. This is so annoying. Like, I know it's supposed to be a challenge, but like, come on. What's in your list? So we still have to open the box at Moira's house in her closet. We have to find a ton of passwords. We have to figure out what this means, how to use these, how to open the fireplace, how to break the Jabberwocky code poem thing. We need a bug to put in Alan's bag, and we have Zoe's special phrase. So we have a ton that we can do. I'm just not sure how to go about doing any of it. And we can't take any more cool spy stuff. What's in inventory? So we have these cutouts that we just found. You're late in the game? No, that's totally fine. Never late. We have a cipher wheel. We have some cool spyglasses that don't really do a whole lot. Mom's poem, Queen Mary book, which is these code things. Our bow and arrow crossbow thing. Mom's case notes, which I don't know if they still help. The bagpipe codex, which we used, although it didn't go away, so maybe we need to use it again. Letters from Moira to Kate. these cool Scottish tartans, Scotland's guide to some places, our train tickets, our souvenirs, case file, and our money. So that is what we have. Yeah, and I'm not super familiar with this game. Like I said, I've only played it once. And this is still junior mode, so I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be this difficult, but it is. We did some stuff over here. I hate, okay, these glasses need to go. Need to go. Once you believe any of the items have codes to solve. Well, we just listened to the order of the Jabberwocky poem, so we know what order the word, but I don't know what to do with what we find out. They're just info. I think they're just info. And then I took a few pictures. This is the fireplace that we have to somehow solve. Not sure what order to do that in, unless this is the code for the Jabberwocky. We could try it. It's worth a shot, to be honest. So how about we do that? Let's try it. Can't hurt.
What?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you. I was trying to go to the train station. Okay, so Loch Lomond. Let's go. You have what you need for the fireplace thingy with the rocks. Okay. Fair enough. So if what I think, then we need to take a look at this again. I just don't know if it goes like, so first green word is toves. Second orange word is gyre. But I don't know if it means the second from the very top or the second from the previous word. So like, is it gyre because that's the second orange word? Or is it borogoves because that's the second orange after green toves? I don't know if I'm thinking too far into it. Maybe it just means, I don't know. I'm gonna say gyre sounds familiar. So maybe, I don't know. Third purple word is catch. Or it could be foe. Fourth red word. 1, 2, 3, 4 is that. Frumious. I don't know why I'm writing down the whole word. I don't need the whole word, I don't think. Fifth blue word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chortled? Six brown. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5. Uh-oh. You don't know anymore? Uh-oh. Maybe it just means the next word. So like 1 green is toves. So then the next orange word is gyre, and then the next purple word is outgrabe. Then the next red word is beware. I think there's another puzzle that goes with this, like those letter swap puzzles from Tomb. Oh. Okay. 5 blue after beware. Is that a U or an O? Oofish? Offish? Oops. I feel like you're right. I feel like there's another thing. Colie. Then Aqua. Oh, but Jabberwock is before that. This game has a lot of steps. It really does. But we have what we need for the fireplace. Fireplace is plastic. There's no... Is it just a word? Because the only clue we have for that... Oops. Was this. Did you talk to everyone about the puzzle? I think. No one's telling us anything anymore. The only thing I can do is open these little hints. Like on the phone. Remember having to call people to do work for me? I think so. I think... Because I don't think Ned or Carson's
Is everything okay
telling
over there?
us anything else.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
That's unfortunate. And I really don't remember this. The stones are a work from the book. A work from the book. Oh, a word. A word from the book. Word from the book. The poem? Book with the fireplace. Oh, right. Oh, is that literally what it is? I thought they were telling me this is a plastic fireplace. Is that what it is? I never would have guessed that. Wow. Oh my god. I thought they were literally telling me it was a fake fireplace so that I needed to figure out what the clue was. That's annoying. Okay. Well, I feel stupid. Making a judgment on the aesthetic. Yeah. Okay. So if that's the case... Oh my god, that's so stupid. Sorry, Nance.
I need to figure out the password.
I have a cipher wheel. More passwords. Okay, so this must be the thing with the rose. Right? So let me take a picture of that. Okay. So what we have... I feel like I've gone for 2.5 hours and done absolutely nothing. Okay. No letter or number appears more than once. The vowels are in the middle column in the top 2 rows. Middle columns, top 2 rows. So that would be A and E. In the same column, J is above D, which is directly above 3, which is above 1. The fifth row contains 1, 2, and 9 in some order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 9. So let's just put them in here. Sweet Lord. This is gonna be a puzzle. The fourth row contains only odd numbers. So that would be 3, 5, and 7. Right? Just for now. The top row contains B, E, and F in that order. Perfect. Okay. In the same column, E is above H. Oh. Emma, thank you so much for the host. I don't know why it doesn't always show me in chat. I have to check weird things for it to tell me, but thank you for the host. E is above H, which is above 6. E is above H, above 6. So let's put 6 down here. And H can go... Oh, wait. Wait. No letter appear more than once. But if A and E are the only vowels, in the top 2 rows, so that must mean A goes here. And H would have to go here, I think. 7 is before 5 in one row. Okay, so perfect. Within one column, G is directly below C and above 2. One, 2, and 9 in some order. So these we don't know. 8 is before 6 in one row. And is after 9 in another. Oh, and 2 is after 9 in another. Okay. So it could be 2 is after 9. So 9 could go either here or here, and then 2 could go either here or here. So let's move this to 2 and this to 9 for now. I don't know what the little times 8 times 3 times 6 times 4 times 7 is. 8, 3, 6, 4, 7. Is that a clue? Is that a code? I wonder if that's the code for something. Alright, so let's go through this again. The vowels are in the middle column in the top 2 rows. So E and A, those are the only 2 vowels. In the same column, J is above D. We haven't talked about J, D, or 3, or 1 yet, I don't think. Well, 1, 2, and 9. So it could be in the first row. D is directly above 3, which is above 1. J is above D. So let's put J here. J is above D, which is directly above 3, which is above 1, which is true. The 5th row contains 1, 2, and 9 in some order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 9 in some order. The 4th row contains only odd numbers. True. The top row is B, E, and F in that order. True. In the same column, E is above H, true, which is above 6, true. 7 is before 5 in one row, true. Within one column, G is directly below C. So let's put C here, and then G here. So far, so good. We have a 1 here, though. What's missing? 4.
Ha! You were a worthy
Oh my
opponent,
goodness, we
but
did
I
it!
beat you.
Can I save? Nancy, let me save. Okay. Oh goodness.
Time to figure this thing out.
No, so many things. Alright, I just changed your code name to something that's unfit for print. Okay. Sure. Yay, we did something. Okay. What? It never ends with puzzles. It really doesn't. This is just like strange hard puzzle after strange hard puzzle after, like, here's a color puzzle, a fun one, and then here's an awful strange hard puzzle again. That's how this game is going. Okay. So this has to do with this. And we have... Do I need to do this every time? I don't know. Ow. So, wait, where did I see that thing? Oh, so Nancy, on Nancy's mom's thing, 83647. Does that mean this is 83647, like literally? Is that a thing? I'm gonna write that down. Because as we learned, write everything down. So 8. My Nancy notebook is not cooperating. Okay. 3, 6, 4, 7. Maybe. We'll find out. Across the top. I think that was just letting us know for the puzzle we just did. Right? Or is it for this? Is it like a double thing? Oh no, because these have letters that are not in here. Yeah, no. Okay. At least we know. At least we know. So, but there's no numbers in this. So does that mean, like the trees? Each one is the number? 83647, 83647. Oh. So eight. Does that mean this is the 8th thing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where's the question? Not question. Oh, there's no exclamation point, so that ruins that plan. Because that would be 3. This is 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop. 8. I don't know. I don't know. 4. 2, 3, 4. 6, 8. And then 7 is this. 6, 7, 8. Got it. 4, 6, 7, 8. You have to slide them around to spell something. That makes sense. Let's look at this again. So, A is O. A, but they're all one thing. It's not like you can mix and match. So I can't put A with O. Break the code with the cipher wheel.
Check. Still have to do. Can't. Still have to do that.
Okay. Maybe it has to. Where's the symbol thing? This. Oh. I took a picture of something that's on the archives in the whatchamacallit. On the computer thing in the where Ewan is. So arrow this way. Thought I had another one. Do I? It's the back. I don't think we need these anymore. Did that. Honestly, don't think we need this anymore either, but this is the order. Oh, that's it? Why does this literally tell us what to do and not be obvious about it? Okay, so let's try it then. Number caret %. So number caret %. I'm gonna have to keep going back to this. Actually, I'll just take a picture of it. Make my life a little bit easier, or at least try to. Oh, hang on. Okay. Caret. Okay. Then we have a weird boxy thing. Think smarter, not harder, right? I always think harder, so this is... Alright, so this is good. Then we have this. Then we have the ampersand. After that. Then we have Batman. Then we have flag. Then we have diamond and square thing again? Wait. These repeat. Why do they repeat? I have questions. Uh-oh. Then we have square thing again. Am I supposed to move it back? Maybe. I don't know. Because then we have Batman. Oh. Ampersand. Lock. Question mark. Lines. Percentage. At. Parentheses. And then exclamation. Yeah. So these two aren't in that. These two things. Interesting. And then what is... I don't get what this is supposed to tell us. 83647. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey Paige, how's it going? Welcome in. Happy Saturday. We are hopping on the struggle bus here. Trying to figure this out. Do you have to spell names? I have no idea. You see John in there? Ooh. Good clue. Or good observation, I should say. I don't know what we're supposed to be spelling. You're awake! Kind of. I feel that. I've been... you're still in bed? Ooh. Very cozy. I wish I was still in bed, honestly. I've had a slow start to my day. I've been feeling a little off. So we've just been kind of chilling and struggling through some Nance. But it's been a good time. It's been a good time so far. The archives. Maybe we are spelling names. I don't know. I thought we were onto something with this. I thought we were onto something. Because this is, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's only 20 spots. Is this blind for you? I've played this game once before, so it's not completely blind, but I don't really remember much, so it's... I don't know. Maybe we need more info. Maybe. Let's click the little hinty button. Starting with the symbol marked an arrow, make note of the sections shown on the sheet and in the archives that share similar symbols to figure out... I'm sorry, how is that a hint? How is that a hint? That's kind of what we were doing. The sections. So, but there's only 3 in some sections and 4 in another. So you need like 3 rings. So there's 6. Wait, let's look at this again. Does that stay? No, it doesn't. Okay. You remember the hints for this game not being super helpful? So far, they really haven't been. So there's 6 sections, and these 2 only have 3. And there's 22 things here and only 20 in the real thing. It's been a long time since you played it. It's been, I want to say, maybe 5 years since I played this. Maybe not that long. Maybe like, no, actually it could be. We need more papers for this. We don't have enough. Okay. Fair enough. Wait, was there anything else in here? There was. 379237. I'm gonna write that down because write everything down, right? Right. Agent 379237. Got it. Probably not important. Or not, you have no idea. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Another bug! We needed this!
This battery is sincerely dead.
Is that
I need to find a cord to play this.
Is that like an iPod? It's an MP3! Kate Drew. Ooh. Dear Fake Diary, perhaps I'd be well served by a muffin and a coffee. That sounds so good. Tea. Tea is a fool's game. Here's the tea. MP3. It's the rules of playing Nancy Drew. I have an MP3 because I don't do anything. I just can't. I don't understand it. Like most things. Hey, Moira, stop reading my fake diary. You should feel fake shame. Next time you're up here, though, you mind stocking up on the snacks? Yes. I just spent the last day subsisting on bits of those sad cookies they give you on the plane. It made me a sad researcher, sad and hungry. I am bored. No one is doing anything. Sold bagpipe jam. You missed it. A little worm with giant ears. I don't understand Windows. Really? Wait, is Android Windows? Or is that a separate thing? I don't technology very well. So. Guy on the radio just said earworm. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Earworm is a terrible expression. Makes me shudder. There needs to be a new term for a song that gets stuck in your head. Wait, is that what a song that gets stuck in your head is called? Is an earworm? That's gross. Now that you think about it, you're super hungry? Basically, yes. Okay. Ooh. I'm hungry too. I'm always hungry. But, food is good. Nope, can't think of one. Bagpipes? Oh my god. This is the longest wiretap I've ever wiretapped. Maybe I'll learn a new skill. Question, are there cameras here? Because I have busted some moves. Moves have been busted in a really fundamental way for the last hour, and I just realized that we tape everything. Why is there a hair bothering me? Okay. Oh well, if it gets out, maybe I'll be famous for inventing the pop and chomp. It's a new style of eat dancing I've been perfecting. Listen, eat dancing can be dangerous, Kate, because you could choke. But they're both good things. Eating and dancing are both really good things. It's not as good as the waffle shuffle, but it's close. Man, a watch sleeper cell never boils. I wrote a poem for you. It's freeform. Peep this fool. Moira, you are dumb, and I hate you. And through the days, my thoughts linger on how you smell. Just kidding, you're great and brilliant, and I can barely see the stink lines when you walk in the door. Nice, Kate. You're a poet. I was inspired to compose my own opus for you. P.S. Artie spacing in free verse means you're a hack. Here is but spring, the angles of frost, retreat from windows long stretched and suspended. Kate is a big fat idiot. Hey, who are you on the phone with? Oh, that looks like the phone from Toy Story. I'm writing this slowly, so you think I'm telling you who I'm talking to, but really I'm just enjoying making you wait. I'm not going to tell you because it's none of your business. Dear Moira, I bet you're wondering why that window is broken. In fact, I was. I repaired it, by the way, so what happened? I broke it with a telescope. Cloud moved, and I got excited, saw Jupiter. Have you seen Jupiter? Didn't think so. Kate, settle in. Your security detail is keyed in. Your data is ready. We need you to go over every irregularity you can find in the Royal Institute of Health staffing. We're working on comparing the heat maps over the last few days. If the agent is truly in production, we'll see it. Nancy, I know you're upset with me for leaving, and you should be. I shouldn't have come here. I know that now. Hey, Kate, I know you're gone. I wish you could see the water here. It's summer. The sun is slanty. There's wind. I was kicked out, by the way. I don't know if I should run. Should I run? Or would you prefer I just wait? I'd do what you want if you only said what that was. It's fall again. I'm not dead. I guess they knew the weight of my own thoughts. It's winter. It doesn't matter that it's winter, does it? So we know where Nancy gets her sass. For real. It's not from Carson. Okay. So. Okay. Wait, what is this little trophy dude? Does that tell us how many we've done? Have we done absolutely nothing? Because I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, so we need to go put this fly bug in Alex's bag.
Let's see what you and your tiny little bag are up to, sir.
Sir? Okay. So now we need to literally go back right where we just were. Or we could plug in the MP3 that we just got too. Let's go. Wait, how much money do we have? Oh, we're good. Okay. Oops. Nope.
It's not working. I think there's something wrong with the outlet.
Yep. Better call maintenance, Nance. Don't do it yourself.
Who is listening to me? Also, note to self, do less thinking aloud.
Yeah, Nancy. Oh my goodness.
Whoa. Well, there goes my evidence.
Evidence of what? You talking to yourself?
Why is a raven like a writing desk? Ask the raven. Follow the raven to the archives. If the scientist is ever in danger, someone must tell him to run. The vaccinated will arrive while the rest of us are asleep. Hi, Mom. Wish I knew what you were talking about.
Right? What is she talking about?
Check. Check. Can't. Still have to do that.
Should I write those down? Probably. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Follow the raven to the archives. Did you put the bug in Alex's bag? Yes, I did.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Yes, I
Ask
sure
the raven.
did.
Follow the raven to the archives. If the scientist is ever in danger, someone must tell him to run. The vaccinated will arrive while the rest of us are asleep. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Ask the raven. Follow the raven to the archives. If the scientist is ever in danger,
Why does she
someone
sound so
must tell him
different
to
there?
run. The vaccinated will arrive while the rest of us are asleep.
Okay. So, got that written down. Great. The vaccinate will arrive. I know. Especially, like, with everything going on, it's like, whoa. Okay. So does that have to do with the archived password, maybe? What are these cutouts for? Will you talk to us yet? No.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
Was somebody's name the Raven? Harrier, Swift, Magpie, Robin, Lark. Did we see everybody? We don't know their internal names. So nobody's Raven? Oh, here we go. There's ones without pictures. Sparrow. Oh. Osprey. Condor. Oh, stop. Is that it? Raven. Okay. What about the black one? Can I type it? Can. Oh! So black password is Raven. If the scientist is ever in danger, someone must tell him to run. The vaccinated will arrive while the rest of us are asleep. So do I need to put, stop it, do I need to put Raven in all of these? Oh, yes, okay. Revenant. Cathedral and various shared intelligence sources now believe the following suspected terrorist groups are in fact the same organization. Revenant, Korean, and Nuit. Little is currently known about the scope and interests of the group. Information sharing agencies are now suggesting the group may be entirely or partially responsible for the following enemy operations under Cathedral investigation. Lake Frost status inactive unresolved. Red Axe status active unresolved. Colony status inactive unresolved. While there is lack of concrete evidence, there is little doubt that Revenant is involved in actively manipulating the internal political environment. Chatter analysts point to a well-connected and powerful membership. Wavebreak status unknown. Wavebreak appeared to be an attempt to install breaker switches on the so-called internet backbone deep sea cable. The purpose remains unknown. Undercover investigation escalated in an unexpected manner, resulting in the loss of one of Cathedral's top field agents. It is unknown if any information was cached by Sparrow. Revenant avoids detection by acting entirely through proxy agents. Often, agents are unaware of the extent of their involvement in the overall terrorist action. This assembly line approach to terrorism makes the group particularly frightening to the intelligence community as a whole. Interesting.
I need to crack this code.
Moira, in case I can't reach you in time to tell you where I've hidden him, listen to the record. It will tell you which letters to use from my copy of the poem. Transfer those letters in the order they appear to another sheet of paper for the encrypted text. So that has to do with the Jabberwocky poem. Scientist. No. Vaccinated? Vaccinate? Oh, it would help if I spelled it right. Nope, okay. Cool. So,
By finding the letters Mom indicated, I'll be able to find her encrypted text.
Oh. Wait, what?
That's a code, all right. Looks like I'd better get cracking.
This. Okay, so... Wait, but how do we look at the Jabberwocky? Guess and test. What? What? Wait, so I did write some of it down. Hang on. I don't remember what pink was. You don't need to? Wait, really? So it has nothing to do with the poem at all? So like the 2-letter words would be, it is right. It's literally just guessing. That's annoying. I always go for the first. Okay. Great. So that's how you do it? Yeah. So this could be is, as, on, if. It could be a whole bunch of stuff. It's connected to the poem, but we prefer the mini Wheel of Fortune game style. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder... Could it be like... No, that wouldn't make sense. Oh, it's spelling something. Sort of. Okay. It could be I, could be O. In. Like to buy a vowel. Hi, Terror. How's it going? Happy Saturday. I do love these kind of puzzles. When I know what I'm doing. You know. You know. O. There's lots of O's. Wait, why are these O's not connected? Are they? This word starts and ends the same. Could it be S? Shenanigans? Probably not. This might not even be the. It's a fun spelling of shenanigans, right? Would it even fit? Is common. The and for. Oh, it could be for. SHENANIGAN. Nope, doesn't fit. Okay. Doesn't fit. This could also be a thing. I mean, obviously. What if we do put for? Does that look any cooler? Driving. I don't know. I liked it better as an S. Number at the end. Oh, okay, maybe. Let's try it. Sun rises. That does change some things. Number. In. So, scientists! Scientists! For scientists! We've been watching Wheel every night before bed. Nice. Computer. Cabin. Oh, we're getting places. The... This might be kind of... Tape? Tape. Oh, it can't be. Type. Type. You'd like to solve. Type in caretakers. I'm like, what is this word?
This must be the contact info for the scientist Mom
Solved
placed into
it.
hiding.
Contact the scientist. Type in caretakers at cabin computer for scientist's number. Okay. 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 Is this the prize puzzle where you win a trip to Scotland? I would love a trip to Scotland. How cool would that be? Okay. Type in caretakers. Okay, so let's do that. To erase Kate's record entirely. Do I win a trip to an archery range? Ooh. Ooh. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so let's go to Loch Lomond. Yeah, we have enough money. We're good. We don't need to make cookies yet. Nope. Password.
That's the scientist's number. I think I need to warn him about what's going on.
Okay, writing it down. It's a weird number. It's probably a Scotland number, because I'm not used to it. Okay. Scientist gathering his research materials and his family for the transfer to location X. He's been given a dedicated burner mobile with the number that. In the event that he must be warned to flee, state your name followed by the phrase calling for Archimedes, followed by any directions he will need. If the colony operation is ever threatening to surface again, he must be warned to move his family and, more importantly, his data. In the event of a release in the colony formula, he must be transported along with his data to a secure lab and given the tools to treat the city's population. His data must stay safe, and so must he. Ooh. Thank goodness Notepad was open. You ordered sushi? Yum. What kind? Just available as the active window. Right? Ooh, pad thai is good too. We just ordered some pad thai the other day.
Zoe here. From where I come, there I go.
No, I want to hear.
Blew my cover, but
Alex.
I'll remain here at primary site until I no longer can. That little brat
I
stole
like
my
California
glasses.
rules.
Spent a great deal of time
Mostly.
on UN Watch. I'm going to work on an
I'm not a
approach.
huge
At this point,
sushi,
you can't be oblivious to my presence. The Drew girl is
person.
as unaffiliated as she presented herself.
But I do like a good
My
California
attempts to
roll.
pry more information out of her have been more or less useless.
Why can't I hear his? Oh.
I did what you said. When are you going to keep your end of the bargain? Don't give me that. She's going to figure things out soon enough. She's coming. Yeah, I got the bag. I'll put it where you can find it. The dead drop location. Yeah, the lockers. I get it. Just promise me you're not going to hurt her. I want to talk to her now. I want to hear her voice.
What is he talking about?
So... Wait, we didn't actually read this. Harrier, and that's her code thing, whatever. Harrier image salvaged from tape backup. Oh, so that's just what we enhanced or whatever. We still have to figure out the red password, though. Classic Philly roll because it's your fave. A tempura shrimp roll. Oh, I heard those are good. And you can't remember what was in the special one you got. Nice. That sounds really good. I can't remember what was in the special one, sushi. Right? That's the best one. Okay. Contact the scientist.
Still have to do that.
Still have to do that. So let's do that now. Blocked.
This is Nancy, calling for Archimedes.
They're going to come for me again, aren't they?
Maybe. I don't know. Can you tell me why you're so important to them?
You know what? Yeah, I'm not living in fear again. I have a family.
Just stay calm. Explain how I can help.
Help? You can't help. You'll be lucky to stay alive. You know who I am? I am a biochemist who made the wrong friend. And fast forward a year, and I'm over my head. These creeps are leveraging my family against me, so I'll make this formula for them and vaccines.
Why did you say yes?
Because I care about my family more than I care about a world of strangers.
Did Revenant threaten your family?
Cooked them until I cooperated. Your mother put us into hiding.
Why were they after you? What were they looking for?
Because I understand the colony virus, the process to tweak that bug until they were satisfied. I'm the only one who knows that...
I will do everything I can to keep you safe, but you have to work with me.
No, it's too late. I'm running. I'm not hiding that from them anymore. They want my work, they can have it. I'll leave it for them to find. You won't find me or anyone else at this number again.
Oh, alright. It's called Sugar Mama. Oh, tempura shrimp, crab stick, cream cheese, avocado masago? Eel sauce. Interesting. Who is this? The voice acting is not great. It's some scientist guy? I don't really know. I'm a 20-year-old detective. Don't worry, I got you, bro. Yeah, right? Come on, Nancy. I don't trust you. Okay, so we contacted the scientist. And that's about it. Sounds great. I might actually end it for now. We've been playing for about 3 hours. Oh. Why is it showing us the train again?
Now, come and sit. Let's practice.
I'm sorry. I just can't.
Like mother, like daughter, I say.
Yeah, right?
Well, too bad. You're doing it.
Oh.
Did you know I wrote this song?
No.
I did. That's why I wanted to teach it to you. These aren't just notes. There's something hidden in the music. These notes here, they represent you. They find their way into every song I play. This phrase, this is your father.
Are you in the song?
Somewhere, but it's not important. You and your dad are all I can hear when I sit down to play.
Then
Okay,
why are you
Nancy.
leaving?
Oh, you have no idea how much I want to tell you why, but I honestly can't.
Mom,
Why
cutscene.
not?
Just know
He didn't
this.
convince
If
you
you
those
knew,
family was
you
being
would
threatened? Yeah,
understand.
not so
Are
much.
you coming back?
I really don't know.
That's not a fair thing to say.
Trust me, kiddo. I know.
Why did they put that weird light on her face? You and your dad never shut up and let me play. Right? Just listen to the words, Nance. Or not the words, but the... He's back!
Alright.
Can you tell me who you were talking to earlier?
That I can't do.
Top secret information?
Something like that.
Uh-huh.
Tell me a little more about the cases you take.
No. Yeah, no. I'm gonna land on no.
Are we close to the end at all? It doesn't feel like it. It does not feel like it.
So this whole time you've been feeding someone information about me. Why?
What do I do for a living? Why do you think?
Who are you working for?
Nancy, please stop.
Why should I listen
Everyone's
to you?
telling
You've
Nancy
sold
to
me
stop.
out.
I did.
But that doesn't make me a bad guy. Please listen.
Yes, it does. That's the definition of a bad guy.
I got a call from my sister a few nights back. It was strange. She just wanted to talk about you of all people. What was stranger is how afraid she sounded. How she wouldn't answer me when I asked her what was going on. Then she just said, please do what they want. That's why I sold you out.
You have no clue.
And that's who you're
I
up
don't
against.
either.
Unlucky for you, I'm not the bad guy here.
Unlucky for you. Because there's somebody worse. Because, like, if we were close, I would keep playing. But it doesn't feel like we're close. Oh, the thing is fixed. Do we care? Are we gonna get, like, dumped in here? I don't think we care, currently. Okay. So we called the scientist. Yeah, I don't know. Something about the lockers. I don't want to open every locker though. Because we did that last time and it was pointless. So, yeah, I think I might end it here just because I don't want to be wandering around aimlessly. So quick, just savey save. But yeah, I think we definitely progressed. We got a bit done. Yeah, not sure how much more we have to go. I was kind of hoping we would finish today, because I would have liked to do something different next week, because next week is going to be super special. So you'll just have to join me to find out why. But we definitely progressed with regression here. Glad you could catch them. Yeah, I'm so glad you could make it in. I was gonna say super excited to keep playing this one, but that's false. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed actually that we didn't finish this one today, but you know, that's just how it goes. So we'll continue it next week, and see where it goes. I don't remember how this game progresses, in the sense, like, I don't remember who did it. I don't remember who's behind everything. I don't remember anything about Nancy's mom. So special, you're finally being released from your immortal coil. You'll just have to find out. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Next week's gonna be really fun, so I hope you can join. If you ever want to see any of my past streams, you can check out my YouTube, Colie's Corner, just like how it is below me right now, with the apostrophe and a space. And all my past streams are up on my YouTube channel for viewing. So yeah, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your day today. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your weekend and a wonderful week ahead. Please stay safe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.